Here's what top CEOs do differently when everything is changing fast. They don't try to become a perfect CEO. They don't copy the person who came before them. They don't reach for a mask. They lean into a clear leadership style, how they make decisions, how they communicate, and what they consistently prioritize when pressure hits. And that's not a soft skill, it's a leadership advantage because in uncertainty, people don't follow flawless, they follow consistent. They follow leaders whose actions make sense over time because their style is steady even when the situation isn't. Most leaders under pressure start performing, they shapeshift, they talk in vague language, they avoid hard truths. But when people can't read you, when your leadership style keeps changing, trust drops. And when trust drops, change slows down, even if the strategy is right. Now, look at how leadership style shows up across industries. In tech, John Donahoe took over eBay after Meg Whitman and faced a classic trap, trying to imitate a successful predecessor. Instead, he made a clear choice. He couldn't be Meg Whitman, he had to lead in his own way. That wasn't ego, it was clarity. His more open, listening driven approach, admitting mistakes, paying attention to frontline realities, helped rebuild trust and speed up decision making. In a turnaround, that buy in is everything. In finance, leadership style often shows up as how willing a leader is to create real candor. Jamie Dimon at JP Morgan is known for being blunt and direct, especially in crisis. He pushes a culture where problems don't get hidden. Bring the bad news first. That's not just a catchy line, it's a style choice that shapes behavior across the organization. And in banking, where credibility is everything, that kind of straightforward truth telling helps teams face reality early instead of drifting into denial. In manufacturing and automotive, leadership style shows up as what a leader reinforces when the stakes are high. Mary Barra at GM drove cultural change through transparency and accountability, especially when the company faced major safety crises. When things went wrong, she didn't dodge. She owned failures, communicated directly, and made safety and candor non negotiable. That's leadership style under pressure, not just what you say you value, but what you prove you value. And Alan Mulally at Ford did it with a different personality, but the same principle. He created a rhythm where leaders had to openly admit problems. In a culture where hiding bad news was normal, that was radical. But his steady focus on teamwork and transparency gave people a stable center while everything else was shifting. So, across industries, the pattern is the same. A consistent leadership style helps build trust, and trust is the bedrock of change. To be clear, leadership style doesn't mean rigidity. Great leaders adapt, but they adapt in a way that still feels recognizable. Same principles, same voice, same standard for truth. So here's the takeaway: know what you consistently prioritize when it's inconvenient. Speak hard truths in a way that fits your real voice, and hold your core principle steady even when everything else moves. Because in uncertain times, people will forgive mistakes, but they won't follow someone they can't believe in. Now that AI is changing everything every day, have you found your core AI leadership style? If not, let Tetrove help you discover your AI era CEO type and lead AI in a way that changes everything for your teams, your company, and most importantly, your future self.